Hello. Y'all let me know if you could hear us and if everything's okay. I just always get nervous because of how these programs work. So, everybody's okay, cool. 5 by 5. Love it. All right. Just always get nervous because I can hear it on your end, though. Have to mute yours. There we go. All right. Can you talk and let's see? Everybody's okay, cool. 5 by 5. Love it. All right. I'm still hearing it. I can
Oh,
hear it on your end.
oops. Hold on. Oops.
There we go. All right.
Hello.
There you go. All right. Now that we're here, I'll make sure that we can actually keep up with each other. It's kind of difficult when it comes to this program. So I'm trying. We've got lots of people on. So let me go over here to our chat window and see if we can get it to go in. So we've got Sam came in. Slides in second. And then getting in third.
Let me see.
And then Jonathan fourth. And of course the hubs. And hopefully we won't have any tech gremlins. We're having just a little bit of trouble with the audio, but otherwise pretty good, pretty good. There is Miranda.
Oop.
So we have come full circle, and I'm still hearing you.
I can't hear you on my end. I can just hear you on my phone. So
Do you have earplugs or a headset or anything?
that's probably why you're hearing the reverb.
Yay for the new release! Thanks, Hala. All right, so let me try this. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There we go. That way it's clear and it should be okay. Let me know if there's reverb in the stream because I can't tell. But that way you can hear me real time. So we have accomplished the entire first main series in our books.
Yay.
That is 5 books of at least 80,000 words per book. And the last book is going to hit almost 100,000 words. Because we couldn't leave most of the good stuff out. So there's that.
We tried.
So which one of the books is your favorite book? Which one grabs your attention most?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, oh God. Um, man, that's hard to decide. Uh,
It is.
I guess mine, like I was telling you the other day, when Gabriel got attacked. So when he had his moment with the Jinn. So yeah.
Okay, so book 4.
Hmm.
That is a tough one. Because then book 4 is the part where you have that really bad part that happens that changes everybody.
Hmm.
And it was Gabriel and Samantha getting attacked. So, yeah, those two because, uh, everybody thinks they're invincible and they're all supernaturals running around and then these two are
Are you?
humans. So it's like, "Oh, did you forget that you had a human?"
Did you forget you had squishies?
They're
Yeah,
squishy.
they're squishies. And they always forget they have squishies. A lot of the
Mhm.
time they forget they have squishies
Sometimes
until
they
something
forget they're
happens.
squishy. I
They
know that
do.
writing Sam is it's a thrill a minute because she's just like, "Oh, you're going to do that? Well, I'm going to, tell you how it is." These people are so much more powerful than she is. Even after her incident, they're still so much more powerful than she is. She's just looking at him like, "You want to take me on? Okay. I have paddles here. Can we see about the electric current? See how that works?"
Gabriel just, I don't know, he just likes to, it's not that he thinks he's invincible, he just likes to throw himself into everything. So he's a fixer. He likes to try to fix everything.
I really have to admit, as much work as the middle was, I really loved the middle. This end, the end is really good. I love it too. There are parts where I kind of teared up on it, but at the same time, book 3 and 4 were. I think that's because they were the ones with the most character development. From a, if I want to get into a teacher standpoint, the writer's standpoint, um,
Hmm.
those characters were introduced and you started feeling a little bit of something for them by the end of book 2. Well, you actually feel something for them earlier, but it's like you're finally introduced to like all of them by the end of book 2, I feel like. And then book 3 makes gives, other than the main characters, more of time to play.
And some of them, people really just want to pitch off a roof or, throw off a cliff. Yes, I know.
Thank you. Sam is all, "I will stomp my little foot and you will bow to me, damn it." Yes, she is. She is a hoot. I love writing her. She is constantly surrounded by supernatural people. She has to put her foot down. She started having to put her foot down as a woman in the medical field before she realized there were such a thing as vampires or anything else. And then when she found out about them, it was because she got attacked and she had to survive. So her backstory is pretty cool. I think that I wrote Samantha because I got so into ER and Grey's Anatomy. So that was my that part.
Sebastian is just my medical side, I guess. That's my doctorish side.
He's like, "Oh, well, we know this, and so we're going to geek out on it." And then I had with the others, I don't know if I've really gone into anything that I was really, really aware of other than the investigating part, because I love, Criminal Minds, CSI, and all that stuff. And my dad was a police officer in a small county, small southern county. So some of that pops in, especially the meanness and the corruption part.
Have history with the corrections part, and being that I actually started out to be a lawyer, took several classes for criminal justice and all that, so dabbled in all that. So knew a bit of that. So I guess that's the Gabriel part that comes out.
Let me see what we can do with pulling this to the side. I did put together a little video that I wanted to share. So that's going to be, I'm going to go ahead and kind of mute and just let you guys watch the little video, and then we'll come back and go over the slides. And if you've have any questions, then let us know. We will answer them. All right. I hope you liked it. I can still hear it.
Oops.
Let me get back over here. All right. So we were able to reach our release goal. Yes. That was tough. That was tough. I was working on this all the way up to day before, really.
Yes, she was.
It was tough. It was just we had so much when you're doing a series with multiple characters, even though you have two main characters, well, three if you include the antagonist. Um when you got so many characters, you don't want to forget somebody's storyline.
Ugh.
And you don't want to leave something unanswered. So there was a lot. Like, we revisited Ordia in this one. We revisited the pack and their connections, and Zinni's sweetheart gets to come back to help her out. And then, the family, the family of the pack, gets back together, which, lots of people didn't think would happen. So there's that. And we didn't want to leave anything out that we had mentioned previously.
So Sam had a question.
Yeah. Let me say thank you, because that is Heather, I believe. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Heather.
And Sam's question is, which character, get that box over here, there we go. Which character were you surprised that readers liked or hated? Or were there no surprises here?
I didn't think that Isabel would be hated as badly as she was. um, I don't think she's hated, just she's very annoying. Which she is. She is very annoying. Intentionally.
She has to grow. She's still young, naive, and spoiled.
She's a baby.
Especially when you consider, let's see. Oh boy. So these are my characters. How dare I forget how old they are?
Mm-hmm.
Derek's very old, actually. Derek's definitely old enough to know better. He's only one generation off from Devin. So, yeah, because he and Gareth are the same age. So, which y'all, unless you've read the prequel novels, you don't really know who Gareth is, but Devin's younger brother. So he's several centuries old. Let's just put it that way. And then Largos is three centuries old. So yeah, compared to who she's dating, has dated, she's in her 20s. She's getting that, she's like they're of maturity level, probably what, early 30s?
Yeah,
Like their
something like
maturity level 30s. Derek maybe almost 40, and she's in her late 20s. So, yeah. That's why I give her a pass. That's why I give her a pass. As for other characters, I mean, Largos took on a life of his own. that we did not actually write the first time. So his storyline just grabbed hold of us and we just kept going with it. That was not planned. That had not been written when the rest of it was written back in the early 2000s. He jumped out at us in what was it, after the pandemic? So he jumped out at us when we were rewriting stuff because we lost a lot of this writing, so we had to rewrite it.
No, it wasn't. It was like right around pandemic.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of housebound and we were going stir crazy and going through everything.
Readers loved Sebastian, as in, like, when we were writing the prequels. Even
Oh my God.
I've had more than one person, specifically though Morgan, but more than one person actually try to do the Twilight thing. They are Team Sebastian.
Team Sebastian.
How dare we bring a measly little human into this, even though that's one of the main characters. Everybody loved Sebastian more than I thought, because.
And Sebastian's complicated. He's a problem all his own. So I really didn't think people were going to like him as much as they did, to be honest.
I'd like to call on old friends to do terrible, mean, horrible things to Ezekiel. Oh, that that's a thing. I'm glad you guys were able to reach. Yes. I waved at mine as it flew by. I'm so glad you did, Joss. Yeah, it was. Well, think about it this way, though, Sam. We were supposed to be done with this last year. We were. 5 books. We started putting them together the end of 2021 for actually publishing them. And it was supposed to be a book a year. We actually got 2 more, and we did the 2 prequels, kind of on top of that. But there were medical problems. There were all kind of stuff that kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Life happens. So don't hold that against yourself. Pokes easy with a sharp something.
Let me tell you, Sam, as far as Sebastian goes, we got in so much trouble on the first Ren Fair we went to.
Oh my gosh.
We did not have that book. We had it on the banner, but we didn't have it in print yet. And everybody wanted that one. And we didn't have it yet.
Yeah. So let's see, where have I got that? Oh, here it is. Let's see. So it's not part of this particular series, so I don't have it on the thing. But so we had this. We had this on the banner. And people were like, I want the vampire one. And we were like, oh, you don't have that one here yet. We're so sorry.
Pretty much, they were not happy. We had to we had to direct them to the website so many times. You can order it and get it shipped to you. And Rachel would say, and I will happily sign it if you send it to me.
Hala, are you asking about ours in our books, or are you talking about like in general? My least favorite character. I hate my villain. Don't get me wrong. I hate him. I despise him. but I loved writing him. So that's a difference. Like, he's not me. I have no urges like that, but,
Let's see.
but I don't know, like, if there's a least favorite character, like, out from me or the book series. There are several. Let me just
Hmm.
put it this way: none of them are indie that I dislike. If it comes down to that. Hello, Inka. Thank you so much for the congratulations.
Um, Characters that we have that, you know, I would have to say not my favorites to write would be Gabriel's ancestors, other than Jonathan. I mean, they're not my particular favorites because they're all terrible people, but I'll write them. They're just not my favorites.
And I mean, to be fair, there's lots of meaner vampires out there. Um, at least Sebastian has some ethics. So
Now,
I mean, he grew ethics, I guess, along the way.
oh,
Yes, you guys, as the authors, least favorite characters in your book. I was asked this question at a convention last weekend, and it threw me for a loop. The least favorite character in my books is Skinner, but you guys haven't met Andrew very much
like I said,
either.
yeah, like I said,
Andrew Andrew makes Ezekiel Skinner look like a kitten.
Gabriel's ancestors, Catherine and Drew.
Catherine, oh my gosh. And see, she's mentioned in book 5. See, it's us
Mhm.
leaving little, breadcrumbs, because you
So
if you've read the series, you kind of want to know, well, who are these people and why were they mentioned? Why are they important? And you get a clue as to why they're so horrible when you read these books. And so, yeah, I'm with you on that. I kind of think Catherine takes the cake. What do you think?
oh, she's vile.
Because part of the way through her story, the the way we have, it's like, I don't want to give away too much, but at the same time, it's like, part of it was given away here. Um, you see her as, a trapped person that you want to feel for, but that's not who she really is. So I don't like it. I don't like anybody that is a manipulator, and that's definitely who she is.
She's really good at even at
Hello, Laura.
manipulating. So if that tells you anything,
Thank you so much. Says the one
she,
critiquing true crime dramas because they were dumb enough to get caught. Look, I mean, there's a reason I write these characters. Some of them don't get caught for centuries. Some of them, well, I mean, Catherine, for instance, unless somebody actually said what happened, nobody knew what happened. They just have theories about what happened.
that's right.
So she created her own trap to ensnare others.
Mm-hmm.
That is the thing. When you have so much, but it's not enough, which is kind of one of the themes of our villains. When you have so much, but that's still not enough. Gotta have more power. So, for the ones that, if you guys have more questions, go for it. If there's something that you wanted to talk about. Also, if there is, well, I'm going to look up the page numbers and everything, and I will let you know, but we can read little excerpts here and there too from the stories. So, for the last book. I'm most proud of 4, actually. Book 5 was the most difficult.
Book 5 is hard, but book 4, we almost pretty much rewrote the entire thing.
That's why I'm so proud of it, because actually I really, when I went back to reread it as I was editing,
oh my god,
loved it.
Page 42. Oh my god.
All right, let me grab the PDF. I got some PDF somewhere.
Yeah, it's like, let me find the PDF.
Yeah, ooh, there we go. I've got everything organized, I promise.
Sure, she does.
It's perfect. It's fine.
Everything's fine. It's fine.
Page 42.
I'm almost there.
Let me see what I need to set up. Mm-hmm. Okay. So they have found a kitling. A kitling, which is a little baby dragon, the first one in centuries. And they don't know where it came from. They just know it appeared on their front lawn or the back lawn. And so we start off. Do you want me to read it, or?
It doesn't matter. You can read it if you want to. Sure.
All right.
I'll read the next one. You can read this one.
Okay. You should wait a minute. That's 42 according to this, but it's 28 according to that. Hang on. There we go. I'll do it because it says 42. It's fine. All right. Eustace motioned for them all to follow him into the house. He walked past the main stairs to one of the 2 downstairs bedrooms. There in the middle of the bed, a pure white snout popped out from underneath the blankets to immediately begin sniffing the air. So you're sure this is Largros's little one? The succubus stood frozen in place. I've not seen a kitling like this since Seth was this small. Did he send her? She asked Isabel and Rose, who were on the bed comforting the baby. How could he? I haven't figured it out yet, Isabel whispered. Have any of you visited Largros? Rose asked Dante before scooting back to allow Inya onto the foot of the bed. The dragoness purred and clicked in draconic whispers to the little one. Dante's gaze lifted from the kitling to Isabel's mother. No, I haven't felt him since the visitation at Crimson. And he's not there anymore. What? Isabel's eyes grew large with surprise. You can't feel him either? Then Dante asked. No, I tried reaching out when I found her bloody and covered in soot. What's happening? Isabel asked, becoming more upset with every second. Crimson and Skinner are claiming he attacked when given the opportunity to escape. It makes no sense. They've covered the magical energy, so I can't track him. We don't believe things are quite so cut and dry, Cineas explained. He didn't want to escape. Isabel and Dante glared at each other because they both said the same thing at the same time. No, he wanted to use the case against him to help remove the dragons from the blacklist. We got it. We know this is all a setup. The important thing is taking care of this child and finding him. Gabriel tried to cut the tension between the obvious rivals and move things along. Focus. What do we need to do for her? It's a her, right? Yes, she's so young. We need to take her to my old lair. If Gabriel's fine with it, as it's on the Kennedy property, whatever you need, Inya, Gabriel agreed. So that's them finding the baby. And they need to take the baby to a dragon's lair so that she can get energy. Organized like a squirrel's hiding spot. That is correct. If you don't know what a squirrel's nest looks like, look it up.
I do.
We're indie authors. What is this organization that you speak of?
I don't know. And it kills my OCD because I don't know what organization is these days.
Hello, Mama Peggy. And we have book the beta readers here. Love baby. Yes. I cannot wait to get artwork of her. I have, so I got ahead of myself. This happens when people have sales on their artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Found a very pretty picture of what Kasha looks like when she's grown up in her human form. So I got it. Now I need the baby Kasha and then the adult dragon Kasha at some point. You guys and your crazy numbers, I'll tell you what.
Page 69. Oh God.
That is a you. That is a you.
Why is it a me?
You said that you were going to do the next one.
Yeah. That's why he threw it out there.
I know that we have a special one that we're going to read too. Pulling open the garage attic trap door and 1,000 nuts fall into the car. Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. I'm looking. Talk among siblings. Derek and Russ took a shower, changed, and got some food before following the trails with Wolf, Kieran, Twilight, and their scouts. Very few Lycan knew about the large portal between Ordia and Gaia, which opened to the Pact lands. Larger than a dragon could make by itself, yet not the size of one of the official portals, like the one in the city of Iona. Dante and Mira controlled it on the other side. We've just been waiting to find out when we can resume trade. No, none of us can reopen it. It's always been controlled from the other side. If your pops had anything to say about it, he's got the old claw in his back pocket. They'll be coming through. I'm surprised they ain't already here. Kieran stopped at the foot of the large hill covered in trees and vines. There was one spot where a soft blue glow could be seen through the foliage. It was as large as a small car. Derek knew carts of trade items could be moved back and forth through it. Nobody's been here, Derek whispered. Yeah, I only smell magic. I don't smell anybody around. And I see how it's rippling outward from the center. The energy ain't stable. That's why I sent for a dragon from Iona. If nobody fixes this magic from the other world, maybe a dragon from here will. Some owe me. Jay knows to bring the dragon from the castle when they show up. Both Derek and Wolf watched Russell fidget. An unfamiliar world, unfamiliar lands, surrounded by unfamiliar individuals, was enough to keep his brother alert and hypersensitive to everything around them. Each fingertip touched the pad of his thumb patterns only he knew. Sorry, everything was running together. Short scene.
It is a short scene.
Yeah.
Let's see. My favorite is Pax and Portals because Wolf and Zen. Yes. They're going to get their own story in the future.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the things that I wanted to mention while we're here is that we do have stories for our side characters. Right now, they are, you can get through a portal on my website. Let me toss that up there real quick. See if it'll send through here. So, yeah. It should be that link, and you can go there and you can get the first few chapters of each one. And then what we're doing is we're writing them as we go. We're putting stuff out there. So the idea was to serialize it so that we could fund going ahead and publishing it and getting covers for them and everything like that. So that's helpful. And if anything changes, we'll let you know. But that's where we are right now. I think that our first is going to be My Dragon's Masquerade,
Mhm.
which is going to be about Arkin and Alex, who you don't meet Arkin until the last page of this book. But he's quite the character, and Alex is too. Alex is one of Rose's kids. And then
You actually meet Alex a little bit in these stories,
Mhm.
just a touch. Because when they have the meeting with the family and all of them get together, he's with the family after Gabriel wakes. So there's a little bit where Alex is in there. So you get kind of a hint of Alex, just like you're going to get a hint of Arkin at the end. So you kind of get a touch, like a touch and go of them.
And then we've also got started the past. We went kind of visited the past again. So we have Eustace and Rose's story, and then we have Twilight and Kieran's story, and then we start coming from this part. So it comes off of this part going into we had, let's see, Derek and Mira. We haven't done a lot on. And then we have Becca and Cody, and then
Ashley and Avery.
Ashley and Avery. Those are the main ones. And then we have a bunch of others, but you haven't met most of them.
Yeah, because they haven't met Becca, Brienne and Riker, but that's another one we're working on.
Yes, Alex is awesome. Hey, Jenna. What I'm doing is I'm doing the old-fashioned drawing here because we're going to do a giveaway for the entire set ebooks.
Mama Maggie says, "From Dragons and Dreams, Proctor's Regret. My favorite is Pax of Fools."
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
We went deep into that, didn't we?
Yeah.
He is also goes back to that other question, is like he's one of those characters that just kind of popped up out of nowhere that both of us enjoy writing. So I like it. It's her character, but I like writing to him. I like the character. I got Oberyn and his also future partner, so he's a fun but very evil character. Smugness getting metaphorically slapped off his face.
Yeah.
He's another character that should have been old enough to know better, but he's got a connection. When you have the way I look at it is you've got a connection to somebody that you've had for years, and in this case, centuries, and you really want to give them the benefit of the doubt. You really want everything to turn out the way you envisioned it, but that's not necessarily how that person is. That's the situation with Proctor, or Dazarian, as he's known to the
Yeah.
dragons.
Man. Yeah. And he knows he shouldn't in a lot of cases. It doesn't mean he doesn't. He just knows he shouldn't.
Russ is adorbs. He's her smart ass.
The funny thing is he means every word he says. That's the funny thing. He has no filter.
Thank you, Hala. Hala's got to get back to their
Hala.
stream, set up, and look forward to the feature on the Indie News Author News Show. Yes, we will have to get in touch with you about that.
Awesome, Hala.
So that's going to be Ilsa and Hala have a wonderful show that they're putting together now.
Oh, nice. Absolutely.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, Russ is a problem child, but he's our outcast. He doesn't really fit in anywhere. He doesn't try to either. I think that's why I like him so much. He doesn't really care.
The things he cares about are few.
This is true.
You can tell what they are with the way she writes him. Yes, he did. Everybody was just like, wow. That end, man. Can you imagine being a fly on the wall after that? After he had to rescue his own dragon's ass? The I told you so has got to be epic. We've never written it, but
no,
I can imagine. That's why I love Russ. The No Filter Club unites. Yes.
He's a good boy. Offer him a biscuit.
Oh God, that was a scene that I loved writing. The other, and it didn't have anything to do with Russ, y'all, but our interplay between the vampire and the alpha lichen, I have loved that part all the way through it. Oh my gosh. You've been a good boy. I'll take you over to your mate. Oh gosh. The murder in his eyes. What is your favorite FAFO moment in your series?
Dante's last one.
Which one?
Dante's final scene.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite.
Where he was still trying to get his way.
Yeah.
He was still trying to get his way.
And he realized that he shouldn't have. Yeah, he's not. Yeah. It's. Yeah.
I would love to see that done in comics. I would love to see that entire scene.
He realized that it really wasn't he was
Tell
playing
you
with more
what,
than,
have y'all ever read The Darkness, the comic
yes,
by Image?
yes.
That is what I think of when
And
I play that scene in my head.
you know, when I first started writing Dante, that is what I thought of when I started his little shadows. Um, not not going for that exact idea, but just the thought that demons could live with him, and that could be part of him, you know, um, because he's abyssal, so they're always going to be part of him. So yeah,
I understand that was the ending. That was very satisfying for all of us. um, Even the person that writes the bad guy. Um, but I have to say, I think that my favorite FAFO moment is actually, well, there's two. Um, so for me, the first one comes when, well, I'm trying to describe it without giving away too much, but at the same time, we're here. So when Gabriel thinks he is so under control. And that's part of the OCD part. That's part of the whole shebang. How he grew up, how devoted he is to his image, and everything. Everything's got to be in perfect place, and everything's got to be under control. The scene with him and Ezekiel when they were alone. He thought that he was under control. He thought he could keep control, and that man pissed him off so much that he was ready to just use his power on him and hurt him and murder him, pretty much. So, you know. Hello, Andy.
hi Andy. Yeah,
I think that I think it's not as climactic, but at the same time, it was him having his own ego get handed to him. And then all of his buddies, all of his friends had to come in there and go, no, 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 and get him out of there really quick. So,
I like I like that, Sam. From the latest, I think my fave FAFO is Russ and Oria. Don't put baby in a circle.
I love it. Oh my gosh, we have so many tales to tell with Russ. We do. He is one of our favorites, and we're going to probably wear you guys out with him because he's
I love
connected to
Russ.
so many different things, and his little snarky mouth has to be into everything, you know. But yeah,
Even though he doesn't say a lot in most instances.
it
If
doesn't
you
take
pay
much.
attention, he doesn't say a lot. And in most cases, he really doesn't say a lot. But when he does, he makes it count.
Exactly. Exactly. I love Dante's minions. They are such a visceral element image. Yes. And if you notice, that's one of the things that's mentioned too. The vampires have a different way of doing things. They seem the same. Their teleportation seems the same, but it's not. It's not the same. So his minions and his control over the darkness and the shadows and stuff is way different than what a vampire does in our world anyway. So, hey Shannon, thank you
Thanks,
for
Shannon.
coming in. Can you believe it? Oh, it feels so good. It does. Let me make sure I've got you in here too. I'm gonna do a drawing. Um, we had one point um where one of our beta readers decided to say something about Well, what is he going to offer, Darius? And it was a joke. Was a joke. But I wanted to read the scene we came up with. Now, did you want to read some of it, or do you want me to just read it straight up?
You can read it if you want. Sure.
I don't want to
My
leave you
throat
out.
is giving off what's a fit. No, it's okay.
Oh, I get you. Let me go ahead and put Shannon in the butt.
I'm stumbling over things and I apologize. My throat is giving me all sorts of problems.
Sebastian gets all cat puffy at being compared to demons, is how they're different. That is true. That is true. Sebastian does not like them being compared to anybody.
No, he doesn't. He's very vain.
Vampires are vampires. But yet he has no problem poking the lichen standing next to him just to do it.
Or the human. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that you write fan fiction of your own story. Absolutely. Why wouldn't we? Man,
Of course.
I love it. We started, that's what I'm saying. It's like we came up with all these original characters as we go because we were going through some of the most stressful times in our life. And we found solace in relaxation in doing this. And so we just kept going. So here we are with 20 years worth of writing that we can pick and choose stories from. And that's going to be the deep song.
I got that in my head now.
All right,
Along
Maggie.
with several other songs.
We have playlists, by the way.
Yes.
Y'all are
for every
welcome to
character.
play around with them. They're on my website. The Spotify ones are on the website. I collect them on YouTube too, so I've got a couple of playlists that are on YouTube. That is a thing. Oh wait, hang on. You weren't thinking the song about there's problems. Too sexy. Yes.
He's extremely vain, and he even tells everybody he is. So
Wait till you meet Damon. Damon, Sebastian has a son, and Sebastian's son put Sebastian to shame. Yes, our characters have had lives before. What do you think?
But hey, they can't call him a liar. He tells them that he's an asshole and everything else. So, you know.
Oh, yes. All right, so I'm going to read this. This is an excerpt from when the group has gone to they're at Dante's Inferno, and there's a huge magic mirror, basically, that's there that they're using for scrying purposes. They have Dante and Mira, the twin demons. Their father is the demon lord of the abyss. And he is there. And basically, Gabriel is trying to get more information out of him. But what do demons do? They make deals. It's their second nature. So, to get more information, what are you going to have to do? Even if it's just, play on words in your mind. Make deals. So, I thought I would add some of this specifically for you, Maggie. How do you know all of this? Gabriel asked, ignoring the others. Information travels, Counselor Kennedy. I collect arcane items to keep them safe or to destroy them. From your recent adventures, I've gained many slaying weapons to destroy, along with a certain sphere. Sorry, I had a throat problem. Hang on just a second. See, you were complaining, and I'm the one that wound up with the throat problem. Okay. All right. I've gained many slaying weapons to destroy, along with a certain sphere that should have been in the abyssal plane already. Besides, your bloodline is interesting to me. Therefore, I keep track of the things happening within your family. Just because I'm banished doesn't mean I'm blind to your world. Why does my bloodline interest you? Why wouldn't it? Last of the dragon mages? Darius shrugged a single shoulder. Some dragon mage I am, Gabriel muttered offhandedly, his power relaxing. You said he used blood magic? Did I? Darius smiled slowly, his brows lifting. How do we know you have the phylactery? Dante asked, took the conversation over. I don't, Darius smirked. What do you mean by that? You said you had the phylactery, and now you say you don't have it. Which is it, sir? Have you destroyed it? Gabriel asked. Quit playing, Fakri. You said that you would help. If you won't, then end this, and we'll find what is needed elsewhere. Dante walked to the mirror to grab the cloth used to cover it. You hate for your time to be wasted? Well, so do I. You aren't helping, so I'm not playing with him. Not much. Seeing the annoyance abounding, Darius sighed loudly before continuing. Very well. I do not have the phylactery because the stone was made from the soul of my beloved. It no longer exists because I have her back. Dante paused. What trickery are you up to this time? His gaze narrowed as he felt Mira's hand on his upper arm to stop him from going further with the cloth. Elise, our children are here. Darius held his arm appropriately, and the ghostly figure of a lovely woman dressed appropriately for the late 18th century, a perfect match to Darius himself, appeared beside him. Dante gasped. Makara! Fakri, how is this impossible? Mira asked as she and her brother stepped closer to the mirror on the side of their birth mother. Petrard was the last in a direct line from the hunters who killed your mother and banished me with her blood. He held the phylactery with her soul inside, and now her spirit is free to be by my side. She can see you, and you can see her. It may not be perfect, but it's so much more than what we had. Darius leveled his gaze at Gabriel again. Proof enough. The cloth had slipped from Dante's hands to fall to the floor. The twins and their bonded stood in front of the right side of the mirror interacting with Alice. This is why I wanted you to come to the abyss soon. I wanted you to see with your own eyes, for you never believed me anymore, Dante. Darius waited. For good reason. Dante's gaze went back to his sire. Most of the time you're full of shit with your schemes of manipulation. Dante turned from his sire to speak with Mira and their mother. Gabriel paused, watching them enjoy a conversation with the woman who had given birth to them. The words of the woman and the murmurs of her excited children were lost to Gabriel. He had only one thing on his mind. Clearing his throat, Gabriel brought the demon lord's attention back to him. He locked gazes with the elder demon. His tone became very serious. I'm confused about blood magic. Honestly, I'm very confused, and I know you have the answers to my questions. Do I? I can't recall. Darius tapped his chin. I thought you said that you were giving me information for bringing Dante to you. I gave you the information on Petrard, as you asked, Darius explained. Done. Oh, I get it, Gabriel chuckled. This is where the game is played, right? Games? I don't play many games. I make deals, Mr. Kennedy, the same as you do in your business ventures. You already knew that. Darius's blue eyes shimmered with amusement. With a huff, Gabriel rolled his eyes. Yes, I know, like in all the movies, stories, and fairy tales. Are you in the market for my firstborn, too? If you insist, firstborn it is. Deal. Darius laughed, a genuine smile on his face. Did Derek was about to say something, but the conversation continued. You may be disappointed considering I won't be having children of my own. Oh, it's just a demonic formality, Darius smiled, showing his double fangs before he licked his bottom lip. Your question or request? Ta-da! Now I've got to catch up. Oh, gosh. Here we go. Oh, too sexy is you think Dante. Okay. The first step to curing a problem is knowing you have one. Seb, yep, I know it, but it's not a problem. It's the truth. He's like, I am not apologizing for who I am.
We always said that if you went to a therapist, the therapist would need therapy themselves. So,
We've said that. It's not hard to imagine the old Fang has one just like him because isn't that the parental curse? Yes, it is. The sphere. Yes. Look at that face. Never good when a demon calls you interesting. No, it's not. Especially a demon lord. You believe him when he says that he's just interested in him because of who his family is? Let's be honest, Dante is Darius's parental curse incarnate. Oh, the scene was so sad. Accurate. Just the formality. Famous last words. You know what they say? Never say never.
Oh, y'all could have been in our conversation last night. It was hilarious. But yeah.
All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and make a drawing. And then I think I'm going to get out of here. Because there are other people that are streaming. Want to see my little dragon? That's what I just got in the mail from somebody. All right. So who gets the ebooks? That would be two people, Heather and Shannon. Woohoo!
Yay!
So I will make sure that you guys get the ebooks this coming week. Yay!
I couldn't resist. She loves blue She loves blue, and I couldn't resist giving her that one.
Yeah. I'm surprised I don't have a blue dragon. Oh, wait, I do.
You
Zorin.
do.
Zorin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You guys haven't met Zorin yet. That's another one that's got a side story. But Zorin's side story intersects with Nikita, who you already met in book 2.
Yep.
We give her happily ever after. Yay. She deserves it. Yay. Cool. You'll get all the rest of them. Or at least the ebooks.
Yeah.
Congratulations. All right, guys. Anything you want to say to them?
Thank you, everybody, for coming out and celebrating with us. We appreciate it. We love having all of y'all out with us.
Thank you so much for encouraging us, for being willing to give of your time and help us get this series, our first big project, out there for everybody to read. And I feel like there's a big weight lifted. I feel like everything now is not going to be nearly as tough because we just proved to ourselves that we can do it. Yay. Even with real life kicking our butts. We did it.
And I wouldn't have done it without it with anybody else but you.
Aw. High five. Mwah. I'm so glad y'all were here. Thank you so much for coming by, and I will catch you later.